believe we're live.
I think we are. I see a little red dot. If y'all can see us and hear us okay, just comment down below. Let us know where you're watching from. In the meantime, would you like to pick a little bit?
Let's do it.
All right. Oh, that was fun. That was fun. You had some riffs in there, babe.
Did I?
You did. Well, hello, everyone, and welcome to another Ash Wednesday. Let's see who we got watching. What's going on here?
Well, let's see.
What's
Hello
happening in
to
the
everybody.
comments?
We've got Cheryl Tomlinson is here. Hey
Hi,
there, Ash.
Cheryl. Good to see you.
There's Lynn22QCat. She's
Lynn.
right. It's Ash Wednesday.
It is.
Janet is here. She's ready for the show.
Hi, Janet.
Carol says hello. We've
Cute.
got Ran Can Cook Canoy.
Oh,
Good
hi,
evening, Ash
Randy.
and Chris.
Good to see you. And say hi to Eva and Riley for us.
Yes, Pearl Berry is here.
Hi, Pearl.
And Barry Weems is here.
Hi, Barry.
And Pamela Delisle, there's Mom and Dad watching from Bolivar
Oh,
tonight.
my in-laws. Hello.
Yep. And Nancy Thompson is here.
Hey, Nancy. Good to see you.
And Janelle Savosky is here.
Howdy.
There's
Howdy, Janelle.
Beth Myers Mahoney.
Oh, hi, Beth. So good to see you.
And Mike Buskirk is here.
Hey. Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in. We usually do Ash Wednesdays the first Wednesday of the month, but we didn't this month because we had CMA Fest here in Nashville, which, if you've never heard of it, it's basically like fanfare for country music. So we had all of Nashville. I think about every artist was here, and it was about 4 days. And it's awesome though. Country music fans come from all over, and there's concerts and all kinds of events. So yeah, last Wednesday I did an event for CMA Fest.
Interview and a show.
An interview and a show, and it was really fun. So by the way, that episode actually just came out today.
That's awesome.
So I posted links all over my socials, but if you'd like to listen to the Musical Outlaw podcast, you can. I put links all over my social media today, and it was fun though. We got to talk about cool things coming up and play a couple tunes, and it was great. It was good times.
And by we mean you.
He wasn't with me.
I was at work just wishing I was on stage instead.
I say we because I felt like you were there in spirit, but yeah. I told Chris, I said I felt terrible. I had to drive my own self to the gig and haul my own gear and everything, but it was a good time. Y'all can check that out online.
Yeah.
So.
Rand says that Eva and Riley say hello.
Oh, well, good.
And Destiny is here.
Hi, Destiny. So good to see you.
And if I mispronounce this, Llewellyn from Western Oregon is here. Let us know where you guys are watching from. Where are you guys all located at? We love seeing where everybody is at. Drop that in the comments. Tell us where you're watching from.
Absolutely. Also, too, if you guys don't mind, if you're watching this, feel free to hit the thumbs up or heart react or share it with your friends and family. That really helps Chris and I with what we're trying to do just by sharing it to your feed if you don't mind. And
like, comment, and share.
Always. Very, very helpful for sure.
Teresa is here, says good evening, everyone.
Hi, Teresa.
Yeah. All right. So we got Ran is from Salem, Oregon. He's all the way out west there. Janelle is up in Wisconsin. Mike is in Wisconsin as well. Couple of Wisconsinites here.
That's awesome. I love it. Well, man, we have such a jam-packed Ash Wednesdays.
Yes.
Chris and I were talking about it, and we were like, wow, this is super, super exciting. So all throughout the show, we're going to start just kind of telling you guys. We have several announcements, though, to make, and so we're very, very, very excited.
Yeah. Barry says he's watching from Georgia, just west of Atlanta.
Oh, awesome, Barry.
And, of course, Lynn there, 22QCast, she's up there in Indiana. She says, maybe you can sing your Indiana song. I'm sure we might get around to that.
I think we can definitely do that for you,
I think we can get around to that.
Yeah.
And we've got Salem near Oak Ridge. And, we've got a, of course, there's... my mom saying they are honorary Southerners tonight because they're down here in Bolivar, which is over in West Tennessee.
Welcome. That counts.
That's right.
Yeah, that's awesome. I was going to say, it looks like, awesome. Teresa says, currently in Vermont, going back to Kentucky Sunday. Got a Kentuckier. I like it.
Yep, there we go.
That's so awesome. I love seeing where everyone's watching from. It's so interesting. We stream this to like several different platforms. So Chris and I can kind of see everyone at one time, but it's just interesting all the people that we get to meet doing this. So it's awesome. Well, hey, speaking of Indiana songs, let's talk about that for a second.
Absolutely.
If you want, maybe we'll go ahead and play it.
Absolutely. And there's Holly Springer from Charleston, South Carolina.
Oh, hi, Holly.
Well.
So good to see
We've
you.
We've got a nice little spread, and that Indiana's right in the middle.
I know. I'm telling you, it's perfect.
Yeah.
Absolutely perfect.
You want to tell everybody why you're so excited about Indiana?
Well, we just have so many announcements. I figured we might as well just get right into it. I told Chris, I said we just have so much going on. I had to make notes for myself if I keep looking down to remember everything that we're supposed to say tonight, because I was like, I won't remember all that. But I guess it was this Saturday. We put out an acoustic version on my YouTube channel of this song that I had written by myself about this handsome guy sitting right here next to me. And I wrote this song, and I've played it, I think, once or twice on Ash Wednesdays, and I've played it out a couple times. And I've always gotten a good response from it, but we put out this acoustic video that Chris actually filmed and edited, and he helped me with. And very simple. It was just, me and my guitar and a song I wrote by myself about my husband. And Chris is from Indiana, and I'm from California. And I've just always said that, I never thought I was going to get married. I always just thought that I would write country songs and hang out with my dog, and just never thought I would, settle down and find a guy. And then one day, Chris walked into Guitar Center and ruined all my plans.
Yeah, that's what I do.
He ruined them, but I'm really glad that he did. And
here we are. Can't take it back.
Here we are doing our thing. But yeah, so it just kind of inspired me to write this song called "Stuck on Indiana."
Yeah.
And so we put out this acoustic video last Saturday, and I tell you what, I have just been literally so overwhelmed by the response of this video. It's honestly just crazy. It's gotten more views, not just on like YouTube, but any platform, Facebook, Instagram. That video within 2 days has more views than any of my other videos.
Yeah.
So it's basically on the verge of like going viral.
Yeah.
I also had a total of, without me asking or reaching out, I had 7 different radio stations all within the Nashville, Tennessee area all message me and ask if they could basically take the audio from my video and basically start playing it on their radio station. So that's, just huge. So they're basically already playing on radio stations around Nashville that acoustic guitar and vocal that we did, which is just
super
crazy.
Exciting. Yeah.
But I've just loved all the comments and all the love from that song. It's been so great.
Absolutely. Well, Beth is watching from Lexington, Kentucky.
Awesome.
And she says it's a great song. And Janet says she watched it and liked it as well. And let's see here. Llewellyn says, can only stay a short while. Got a load of wood today to stack. So.
Ooh, that's a lot of work. I've done that before.
Yeah. Maritza is here. Hi, Ash and Chris.
Hey, Maritza. Good to see ya.
And Trevor is here watching from Wichita, Kansas.
Oh, I know Trevor. Trevor's good to see you, buddy.
Yep. And then Janelle says, awesome news. And yeah, everybody's just congratulating you. Everybody's happy to see it. To see it going on. Nancy is here, says another Hoosier here.
I tell you, y'all just keep coming out. That's
right.
Awesome.
That's right. We're like corn. We just keep popping up everywhere.
Yeah. Well, it's just really been great just to see, with not even being out a week, all the opportunities that's led to, and meetings and stuff. And so I just think it's so cool though to put out just a, it wasn't my goal at all. I just kind of thought it was cool, and I think we're clearly going to be putting out a full band version of that song sometime soon, and have it out on Spotify and all for everyone. But just such a great response, and it was for me very humbling and really exciting too. And it's good. So anyway, but yeah,
cool.
I thought that we would go ahead and probably play that though, and then. I think it worked, but if you haven't seen the video yet, and if you don't mind, I'd love for you to head on over to my YouTube and just to kind of like check it out. Chris did a great job editing it and filming it, and it was just a lot of fun to do.
Yeah,
but
it was fun.
Just very exciting for all the things that have kind of come from it.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna tune up here really quick.
Yeah. While you were tuning, Janet says, Ash, have you ever thought about going on one of the competition shows like American Idol or The Voice or America's Got Talent?
Ooh, that's a really good question. So, Janet, funny story is, I actually was talking with The Voice not that long ago. They reached out to me, and we did part of an audition, and so we were like, okay, let's see what's happening. And I was doing it, and then it basically turned into a thing where, even though I'm sure that's really cool for some artists and whatnot, they basically started this thing where they told me that I could not play an instrument. They kind of told me that I had to lose the guitar, and then they I don't mind doing cover songs from time to time, but they were like, we want you to sing like this way and in this style, and can you do this, and
it's kind of one of those, it's reality TV,
yeah,
but it's all scripted and not really reality TV, so, not that the singers aren't actually real, or that the competition isn't real, but they have a lot of parameters for how they design that.
I think
it wouldn't be very conducive to you being Ash Taylor authentically.
Well, and so Chris and I just kind of stopped because we didn't want to go down a rabbit hole, and I talked to him about it, and I think it's a big compliment, and I love the show, and I think it's awesome, but I just have a really hard time. I try to be very honest. And I think if someone's asking me to essentially change what I think makes me special as an artist, playing guitar or writing my own songs, like Stuck on Indiana.
Mm-hmm.
I wrote that song by myself. It's like,
Yeah.
you know, so I feel like you're taking away kind of who I am and all the parts that make me me. And
Yeah.
I'm a terrible liar. So we didn't think it was a good fit. But I
Yeah.
appreciate you saying that. And that's super, super
Absolutely.
cool. So,
Absolutely. My mom says we never thought our son would marry a Californier, but we are so thrilled and blessed he did.
Sorry.
Yeah, there we go. Maritza says, so glad to hear and see you again, but with the music, yes. And Janelle says, stay true to yourself. Amen to that. I also saw Randy earlier said that this is a break for them from their kitchen remodel that they're doing. So they're taking a break from kitchen remodeling to hang out with us.
I'll tell you what, you guys are a bunch of hard workers. They're hauling and stacking firewood and kitchen remodels.
All these people are out here working hard. We're just sitting here playing music and goofing around.
I told Chris I'm just here in my bare feet just hanging out. But
right.
Man, y'all are working hard. Well, hopefully people will have a good weekend. We got Father's Day coming up and Flag Day and
Yep. So Janet says, ugh, I had no idea. I figured they did some showbiz stuff, but had no idea they try to control how you play so much. Sounds like you were better off on your own. Yeah. I think there are certain artists, and as your husband, I can say this, there are certain artists that really works well for, like their thing that they're known for fits really well with what an American Idol or Voice type thing does. Ash is just a badass lady who doesn't really do what other people like to tell her to do, and she plays guitar and sings and writes and does things in a very like Bakersfield kind of way because of the whole Bakersfield roots, and it just doesn't mesh with what those shows are looking for or the kinds of artists that do really well with those kinds of shows. So
well, I think it is all about your goals and stuff too. Like I have several friends that have actually been on American Idol and The Voice and everything, but we were like kind of talking privately, and they said that as long as they could sing professionally, like they didn't care how they got famous. And there's nothing wrong with that, but for me, I'm like, well, I kind of try to have a lot of like integrity in that, and I just I don't want to be something that I'm not. So whether you like me or not, it's just I am who I am, and I really enjoy getting to write songs. Like I moved to Nashville to be a songwriter before I ever became an artist. And just things like playing guitar, and especially I get to play guitar with my husband and all of that, and they weren't too cool with that too. Don't be married or anything.
They don't like you being open about like being in a relationship or married because of the marketing aspect of that.
Right.
They certainly wouldn't want me to be on stage with you playing.
Yeah.
That's
well, and I just
that's the whole thing.
And that's the thing is I just don't care. So it's interesting. My brother. So I have 4 brothers, but my oldest, older brother Noah. So he's 15 years older than I am. He actually was on American Idol. He's an amazing singer. And he's done Broadway and like theater and all that for years. He actually owns his own School of the Performing Arts up there in Oregon somewhere. But he actually was on American Idol the first season with Kelly Clarkson. That's the season that she won. And he even said, he was like, you go through so many auditions and stuff before you ever get in front of judges, and really a lot of it is just characters and kind of what's your story and what's what, but I still think it's cool though, it gives people a lot of different things.
Lynn says, take away your guitar, you have like 35 plus of them, they don't know you, do they?
You're right, Lynn.
They don't
know how many of these I got. They take one away, I'll pull out 35 more.
Yeah,
absolutely. That's awesome. Cool. Well, do you want to go ahead and let's play for the folks real stripped down version of Stuck on Indiana?
Absolutely.
The one with you, but not as good of microphones.
The one.
Yeah. Let me tune this really quick. Tuning because we care. Hold on.
Yep.
Alright, you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's do it. Alright, y'all, so here's Stuck on Indiana. No, I on in the comments?
Well, let's see. Maritza says, so beautiful, and I can hear and see the love between you both. You're very sweet. Pamela Arnell is here and says, congrats on all the new opportunities for you both.
Oh, thank you so much.
My mother says, that ain't working. That's the way you do it. Play your guitar on the MTV. That is for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Randy says, Ash will love that song. Thank you for sharing.
Oh, you bet. Thank
Applause
you for
for
listening.
Miss Lynn there at 22 Cute Cat.
Well, thank you all so much for tuning in and for listening. And like we were saying, if you haven't seen it yet, head on over to the YouTube channel and
check out that video.
Yeah, check out the video. Check out the acoustic version, and I'm sure we're probably going to be doing a full band version coming out soon. And just super excited. Just appreciate y'all loving the video and sharing it with your family and friends. And again, that's kind of how we're able to do all these cool things and get all these cool opportunities.
Independent artists, just rely on the support of fans and friends that are sharing and telling everybody about the music, watching the YouTube videos, sending it to people, telling them about our stuff, etc. So Mars here says, Happy Whiskey Wednesday.
Hey Mars, so good to see you. Mars awesome. Mars followed me for a while, and just good people right there.
Yep.
So that's so awesome. Hey, speaking of going on announcements, we talked about Step on Indiana, and just so grateful for y'all just playing the video and whoever told radio stations about us and all the stations that are playing it, we really do appreciate it.
Absolutely.
We have a couple more announcements that I thought maybe we should get to before I forget, because my mind will do it. So we mentioned that Ash Wednesdays is usually on the very first Wednesday of every single month. However, there's been a lot of changes in our household, including Chris is actually going to be leaving his day job.
Yep.
Is it next week, isn't it?
Yep. 1 week from tomorrow will be my last day as a security guard.
Yeah. So I'm really excited for you. I'm very
really excited for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm really excited. But with Chris kind of being able to do his YouTube channel full time, which by the way, I'm sporting a Chris Cooking Nashville hat tonight. By the way, I'm a big fan.
Yeah.
Big fan. We were getting ready to do this, and I noticed that I have a Chris Cooking Nashville hat, and he's wearing an Ash Taylor shirt.
Yeah, that's right. You guys haven't seen the new merch.
Yeah.
The new merch for both of them. Yeah, I'm trying to listen. When you have as many man boobs as I still am trying to lose, there we go.
Oh, please.
When you're trying to get rid of all of that all of the extra weight that you still have to lose, it's tough to get that around the guitar strap.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's the new Ash Taylor merch that's on your website.
But yeah, we're just kind of excited for him to kind of be taking the step, and we're going to be doing YouTube full time. We also have a new YouTube channel. If you follow us for the health stuff, if that's kind of how you found the music portion.
Yep.
And then with music, we have all these exciting things, including, we were talking about it, and we're actually going to be starting Wednesday, July 10th. We're going to do Ash Wednesdays every single Wednesday.
Yep.
Why not?
Yep, we're going to do a weekly Ash Wednesday live stream.
Yep. Every single Wednesday starting July 10th.
Yep.
So we're not going to, we won't see you till then, because the first Wednesday in July is actually the 4th of July. And we're going to be celebrating clearly with our friends and family, and we hope you'll be doing something too. But yeah, so starting Wednesday, July 10th, we're going to be doing Ash Wednesdays every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central Standard. And then we'll do a giveaway the first Wednesday of the month. And from there, it'll be great though. We're excited about it. So
we don't really know what all sort of changes we'll have and new things we'll do, and formats I'm sure will adjust as we go. But it's a thing that we're talking about it, and we just want to be able to see you guys on a weekly basis.
Yeah, and honestly, just super. Well, when I had the idea to kind of start doing these Ash Wednesdays, that was my idea. Was like, oh, we'll do it weekly. And there was just no way with our schedule. Chris and I both for a couple years kind of getting out of the hole of the pandemic that kind of it left us in. We've just both been working multiple jobs and been so busy. And so it just wasn't possible, which is why we said once a month. But now we feel like we have more time to devote to it. So we'll be here every single Wednesday unless we're playing a show or traveling somewhere. But yeah, so I'm really excited though. So I feel like these are once a month isn't enough. So
yeah, well, it's just so much to try to squeeze in between other day jobs and all that kind of stuff. And so that's why we ended up in that sort of situation of just doing this once a month, because it was really all we could figure out how to do. But now, with the freedom on my side of the day job, you're out of the job you used to work, We just have the time and the flexibility where we're going to be able to put the time in, I think. And I mean, truthfully, like, for those of you who don't necessarily know Ash's story, I mean, she gave up everything she had to be able to move to Nashville and sleep on couches or sleep in her car. I mean, she didn't have a place to live. She didn't have a job. She didn't have anything. She gave up everything she had and sold everything she owned other than the car, basically.
Yeah.
It was about the only thing she owned. And was here in Nashville and started trying to work on this dream of being able to be a musician. And she gave up a lot for this. And so for us to take the time to dedicate to putting the time into the Ash Taylor music that we're doing is a really important thing. And she's been building everything back. She lost everything in the middle of the pandemic from her music career, and we both lost our jobs at that point. We lost everything, and so she has built everything she does for Ash Taylor basically from the ground up over the last 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
Because in 2020 it was like a year there that you just basically didn't touch a guitar.
I did not sing a note or pick up a guitar for a year.
Yeah, we didn't have anything. You lost everything musically.
I started rebuilding music and stuff, and I remember it was June 1st of 2021.
Yeah, so I mean, we're basically coming up on 3 years of building this from the ground up. And when people say Nashville is a 10-year town, it's because it takes 10 years a lot of times to make connections and learn how to do all this. And basically to the point where she is now, she's done it in 3. So I mean, that's an excessive amount of work. And any of you who are not involved in the music industry, you wouldn't realize the amount of behind the scenes work that goes into being an artist and a musician, and why she makes it look so easy. I certainly can't do the things that she does on the artist side. That's why I enjoy being her lead guitar player and band leader, because that's the stuff I'm good at, and then I get to go in the kitchen and cook. And she does all the interviews and all the artist stuff and the branding things and all that, and she's worked really hard for the last 3 years to do that. So it's important that we put the time into continuing that. And so Weekly Ash Wednesdays is the first of many things that we can start putting the time into to truly honor the work that she's doing and the attention that her music deserves.
Well, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Why are you so sweet?
I don't know if I'm sweet. I'm just telling truth.
Gosh, you're sweet. No, and I mean, Chris has been through it all with me, though, and we've been working on building, just all this for a couple years now, and so it's just excited to kind of see it all come to fruition. And I think that's why we're so appreciative of every opportunity that we get, and we just appreciate you guys tuning in and your support.
Yeah.
It just really truly does mean a lot.
Yeah.
So
you guys are the reason we do it.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So.
What we got going on?
Well, Mar says hi from Brazil.
Hi, Mar.
Lynn says, look at you two now. Good things happen to good people. Happy for you both.
Thank you, Lynn.
We appreciate that. Well, if good things happen to good people, then you must have a bunch of great things happening to you on a daily basis, because we love you. Lynn has been with me.
Lynn is the best.
Yeah,
yes.
she's a Chris Cook in Nashville OG, and she hopped over on the Ash Taylor train as soon as she found out about that too, and she's super supportive. So we appreciate that.
I don't think Lynn has missed
I don't think she's missed anything.
Anything that you or I have done.
No,
like,
she's
Lynn
there
is
for
just
everything.
The best.
She's just awesome.
Yeah.
Barry Weems says, congrats to both y'all are amazing people.
Oh, thank you, Barry.
Rand says, you guys have come a long ways, and we are happy to be able to travel this journey with you. Thank you. And I saw earlier he was super excited about Weekly Ash Wednesdays.
Oh,
so
awesome. Great.
Randy has also become a very big part of the family.
Absolutely.
Both Chris Cook in Nashville and Ash Taylor.
Agreed.
And Carol says, yes, thank you for taking us along. Thank you for joining us.
Mm-hmm.
Rickwin96 says, hi, Ash and Chris.
Hi.
And we have Pamela Arnell says, you deserve to be on audio stations. Love your music and your passion.
Oh, thank you so much, Pamela. So appreciate that.
So Lori's going to be there July 10th for our next Ash Wednesday.
Yay! So. Yeah, we're excited. We looked at the calendar and we figured we'll give everyone the 4th of July off. Yeah. And then just hit back July 10th with weekly.
Here's the deal. Wednesdays. We're going to give you guys 4th of July off that week from Ash Wednesdays. We're going to give ourselves 4th of July off from doing Ash Wednesdays, because as soon as this all starts for your stuff and my stuff and everything, I mean, we're going to be just crazy busy being self-employed like this and being an artist and all these kinds of things. It's a 24/7, 365 passion job. So
it really
we're gonna
is.
be busy. So
really quick, I'm so sorry. This is unscripted, a little off the cuff, but Pamela Arnell is on the live stream tonight. she is with 220.
Yep.
I know that you once before have mentioned them in
Yep,
a live
I mentioned
stream.
them in a live stream, and we're going to have more stuff coming with them.
We
in the
have
future.
a lot more coming, but just speaking of, the 4th of July and America and Independence Day, our servicemen and women, our first responders are super, super important.
Yeah.
Chris and I have been talking with Dr. Arnell about 220 and just the amazing work that they do. And so I believe it's 220.org.
Yeah.
Pamela, if you're watching, if you want, feel free to put a link in the comments section. And that way people can go to the website. You guys should really take a second and check them out. And if you're looking for a great organization to support that actually helps so many people and first responders, but their family as well, that would be amazing. But it is 220. Check it out.
Yeah,
and
220.org.
I believe that's the right URL. So
I believe that's the right URL.
Pamela can correct me if I'm wrong. But
trying
yes,
to drop that in there. So
perfect. Yes, please.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yep,
yes.
That's it. 220.org.
Yep, 220.org. Perfect. My memory must be getting pretty good.
Hey, we're hanging in there. So you guys go check out 220.org, and if you got a little something that you can send them in the way of support and resources, whatever, please do. If not, at least just share their info with anyone you know who might be able to benefit from that or might be willing to support them. They're just trying to do good things with a difficult economy and people that need help, and trying to make sure that heroes are being taken care of, and heroes' families who also go along on that sacrifice that I think a lot of times people don't realize.
And Chris and I were able to sit down with Dr. Arnell and actually talk on the phone, and we're going to be doing more work with them in the future, so you'll be seeing more from Chris and I talking about them.
Yeah.
But I love what they do, and I love how they support just our men and women and first responders, and how they help them with all the difficult things that they see. And then not to only help first responders and their family and all, but to help the families. That's so cool. So please go check them out, 220.org, and support them, shoot them a message, check them out. You're such a great cause though.
Yeah.
So give them some love.
Yeah, go America.
I almost said something inappropriate. You probably knew what it was. But I literally just stopped myself and I'm like, family show. Someone like America. Heck yeah. Heck yeah.
Yeah. Exchange Student 2 says hi. That's a name I haven't seen before. So
What's
hello
up, Exchange
and
Student?
welcome. So glad you're here.
Tell us where you're watching from.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's awesome. Well,
Lori says you guys will be busy, but it will be a totally different kind of busy. It'll be a busy that you love and enjoy doing, and it will bring others much joy and encouragement. Thank you. Yeah, and that's the thing. We don't mind the work at all. It's just the work being put into something that, 1, we're passionate about, 2, we're good at doing, and 3, that has a positive result in someone else's life.
Yeah, I think there's something fulfilling too when you feel like you're called to do something, no matter the challenges and the setbacks and the circumstances. It's very fulfilling to be able to do that full time.
Absolutely.
And just to devote all yourself and energy into what you feel like you're actually called to do. So
absolutely.
Chris and I are super, super excited with that.
Yes. And we're very blessed to have all of you here, to be able to have a community where we can do these kinds of things.
Oh, definitely.
Love you guys.
Yeah.
And play music for you, and just all the amazing things. And honestly, I'm just glad you guys enjoy Ash's music, because I've always known how great she is. But it makes it a lot nicer when there's a whole bunch of other people that are on here listening, saying how great she is too.
I agree. You're
Yes.
very sweet. Very sweet, Mr. Lau. Very sweet. No, we just really appreciate y'all.
Keto Cheeto is here. What's up, brother? I know him from the Sunday morning live streams.
Oh, nice.
So that we both watched together and have talked with him. So what's going on, my friend?
Nice.
And Michelle is here.
Hi, Michelle.
It says beautiful Gibson Ash.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yes.
This is my...
One of 2 babies?
Yeah.
Well, actually, one of a lot of
three,
babies. But
well, yeah. Well,
there's
Lynn
a lot
knows
of-
how
there's a
many
lot of
times.
babies.
Yeah, thank you so much. I love this guitar. This was actually my dream guitar. Like, if I could have one acoustic guitar on the planet, it would be this one. But yeah, it's a Gibson J200. So it's my baby.
Yeah.
So one of many, but
that was a special order from the job she used to have when she was doing the music stuff still.
Yeah.
And we put in that order, and it came in way earlier than we ever thought it would, and she's had a lot of great stuff since. So.
You know, I just love this guitar. In fact, we were talking about the track stuff on Indiana. I went down the road to my buddy Pat's, and we did the audio and all, and I literally did the song in 1 take, one vocal take, and I grabbed this guitar and I strummed it, and we recorded it, and then Pat said, I'm not going to touch that guitar. No EQ, no nothing.
Yeah.
So this guitar has already been on lots of different recordings.
Yeah.
And,
Pat also, so he's a major pro in the music industry.
Pat's my producer, by the way. We should mention.
Major pro. He's a producer. He's an incredible engineer. He's a legendary bass player. He's played with like Charlie Daniels and like all of these crazy people in town, like longer than we've been alive. Like amazing human being.
And the coolest guy ever.
And so cool. Such a great guy. And he listened to that guitar the first time she recorded, and he goes, well, if you ever want to sell that guitar, you let me know. It's like, Pat, we're never selling this guitar. Well, if you ever decide to change your mind, you want to sell that guitar, you just let me know.
Let me know. I'm like, no go, Pat.
Yes.
No go.
Sherry is here watching from Central Florida, lived in Middle Tennessee in the 80s, just found your music today, Ash, love it. I wish you had been born and singing when I was an MTSU student in the early 80s.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, well, there we go.
Honestly, I would have loved to have been in Nashville in the 80s. I feel like such an old school sometimes.
It would have been a blast around here
That's
in the 80s.
Awesome. Well, thank you for tuning in. That is so
we're so glad you're here,
sweet.
Sherry.
I was going to say, by the way, too, we were talking about, we talked about the Stuck in Indiana video. We've talked about Ash Wednesdays moving to every Wednesday starting July 10th. Speaking of, though, you getting out of your day job and us kind of doing this full time.
Right.
This Saturday. Yeah. Another big announcement here, folks. This Saturday, I am actually going to be announcing the name as well as the first batch of tour dates. Yep. So we've kind of been hinting that we're going to be going on tour. Yep. And
it's one of the reasons I was time to quit the day job, because we'll be traveling all over the country and I'm not going to be able to be here. So it would be a thing I would have to go do it without him, and it kind of just turned into a big thing. So so we are coming literally all over, but this Saturday I'm going to make an announcement and I will give you the name of the tour as well as the first batch of tour dates. But we have shows all the way through August of 2025 currently, and kind of we're adding more all the time. So as we get, as dates get closer, you'll probably see more popping up. But head on over to ashtaylor.com and just check them out, y'all. So but I'll be making that announcement Saturday, so tune in. So yes, absolutely. And when you guys see that announcement, all of the tour dates will be on ashtaylor.com. Her website. You can get the merch there. You can get all sorts of information there. All the links to her social medias are there. Everything is there. The tour dates will be there. And if you see one that is anywhere near you guys, please, if you're free and you would like to, please come out to a show. Yes. And come say hello to us. And not only come to a show, bring everybody you know and tell everybody near you that you know. Because, again, we rely on the fans and the friends to support independent artists. And if you guys are nearby and you want to come out to a show and support this beautiful woman and her incredible music, and I'll be standing there looking goofy and playing a few guitar riffs too.
Oh, I think it's more than that.
Well, maybe. Just come out and say hi to us. Come meet us. We'd love to see you guys face to face. We'd love to have you at the show. If you guys have some time and ability to come see us, we'd love to see you guys and get to meet people that we know online, but that we then see all over the country. So. Oh yeah, no, we're really looking forward to it, and we're intentionally really trying to come literally to at least every state. Every place we can. We have such a good start already, and I've worked about, I don't know how many hours a day. Today alone, even literally up until I did this live stream, we were just talking with venues and trying to figure stuff out. But we're just so excited to be able to go out on the road and play music and meet so many of you. And I'm really looking forward to it. It's
I really am.
It's really going to be a blast.
We're going to be, I can tell you guys, we are going to be kicking the tour off on August 15th and 16th in Fort Wayne, Indiana. We're going up there and we're going to be doing some stuff with Sweetwater, if you know who that is, the musical instrument company. So we're playing a show there on the 15th and doing a master class that day as well. And then on the 16th, we're also doing another show, which is going to be there live at lunch. Yep. So if you're in Indiana, come on down. But we're going to kick the tour off that weekend. And like I said, it will go through the year 2025. So but be on the lookout this Saturday. So that's right. I'm so excited about it, though. That's right. Keto Cheeto, I saw, said that he's like surfing around between
the Knoxville and the Chattanooga areas, kind of back and forth over in there, and says, I like swimming the holes down yonder, Rainbow River, Jenny Springs, all those. And then Sherry just said, Keto Cheeto, shh, don't tell everyone about our springs. Let's keep the crowds at the beaches.
Now we know where we need to go when we're in that area. I love that part of the country. It's so pretty up there.
Janet has a question. She says, how do you guys travel? Do you have a fun RV so you can cook your own food, or are you staying in hotels?
Ooh, that's a great question. So to be honest, it really kind of depends on what kind of show we're doing. A lot of the times, Chris and I will just go literally pack all of our gear up, sometimes even the dog, and we will get in the car and we'll just drive to a gig. Because when we show up, it's usually like gear, and it's, think of like all the merch that we would have to sell, like on the merch table and all that. So a lot of it is like we're just gonna drive, and then, you know, we stay at a hotel, or something like that, Airbnb hotel. That we do have some dates though on this tour where we're going to be flying, and then we're going to be staying at houses and different things that like the venue itself provides, like concert promoters put us up. So it just kind of depends on the weekend of the tour and where we're playing at, and kind of what's provided, you know. But we just honestly, I mean, Chris has gotten really good at, you know, making things like beef jerky and snacks that we can like eat in the car as we drive, and you know, do stuff like that. And so that's always just really, we just kind of do our best and clearly try to eat just as healthy as we can and do our thing. So
Keto Cheeto is on the way out. Ciao, dudes. Peace out, brother. We'll talk to you later.
Thanks for tuning in.
So Janet says, have you contacted Summerfest in Milwaukee, Wisconsin? I know you aren't doing Wisconsin soon, but for the future.
I have contacted Summerfest actually, and we need to reach back out to them because they book those kinds of things out about a year in advance. So we would reach out about Christmas. So possibly next year for sure. This year, like I said, Saturday I'll announce those tour dates, basically from now till the end of the year. And we may add a couple more for this year, but pretty much this is what we got. But next year would be for sure.
Absolutely.
So getting on it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Any more questions right now, my love?
No, I think that's all we have at the moment.
Okay.
So.
Well, I have one actually from last Ash Wednesday.
Okay.
That we did not get to.
Oh yeah.
And that's the thing too. If you guys have questions, feel free to drop them in the comments below. Chris and I love questions. We're big fans. But also, if you leave any questions that you have like on the replay after the live stream's over, if we have time, we always try to come back to it. So let me make sure I'm reading this right. So the question was from Sherry Reagan 765, and she says, "Very enjoyable music. How long did it take you to hone your talent? Are you a Gibson product player, or do you have a favorite guitar maker? My dad has a Martin D28 that lives in my living room." For starters, very jealous about the Martin D28. I bet that's an amazing guitar. But yeah, to answer your questions, Gibson acoustics are by far my favorite acoustic guitar. I have this J200 that we were just talking about. I have a Hummingbird. And then back over here on the sidewall, I don't think y'all can see it, but I have a custom shop J45 as well. So I love Gibson acoustics. For electrics, I would say that I'm probably a Fender girl. I love Tellys. I love Jag and Jazz Masters. I love pretty much anything Gibson makes. But yeah, Fender all the way. I think Fender. Yeah. Other than that, I mean, there's some other cool electric guitars, but I would say Fender and Gibson would be my. What's your favorite electric guitar company?
Oh, I don't know if that's a question I can answer very well. I'm sort of every guitar has its own spirit, and you can have the same company make two of the exact same guitar, and one will be 100 times better than the other, just because there's something magical that happens with certain ones. I do tend to really enjoy the Fender Telecasters. Acoustically, I love the Gibsons that Ash has. I have a couple of Taylors, which for plugged-in type stuff, I don't necessarily like that much, but from a playability standpoint, they play super well. I mean, we have a whole host of guitars here, and you know, all of the ones that we have are here for a specific reason, and I love for specific reasons. I also enjoy some of the odd lesser known makers. I love, Paul Reed Smith has some really amazing guitars. There's
Yeah.
several of those that I really enjoy. I have a Kiesel JH6, which is a fantastic kind of hybrid between a Telecaster and a Stratocaster. And,
Right.
I love these Fender Acoustasonics that I play all the time now.
Yeah.
So I play a little bit of everything. My Fender Esquire that is up there, Loretta, that's hanging on the wall. She is a hot guitar. So I love a lot of different kinds of things.
Yeah.
So
I like it.
yeah.
It's a great question. Her other question was just about honing your talent.
Yeah.
I think that's something I do daily. Honestly, I feel like with music, there's so many things that you can get really good at, and even if you're really good at it, you still just really got to keep working on it, you know? So, I mean, I started playing guitar when I was like 17, and I didn't really start like singing or anything until after I moved to Nashville. So, I mean, I think I probably really got into music, honestly, probably, I guess, like playing out and doing stuff. I was in my early to mid 20s. So I was kind of a late starter, but, I feel like daily I'm just kind of waking up and I'm just trying to write a better song than I did yesterday. And I'm trying to give a better performance than I did the last time. And, I'm constantly just trying to always be working on honing my talent and literally just trying to be the best version of myself that I can be. And some days I feel like I do a really good job of that, and then some days I don't. So, but I just try to be like, okay, great. So next time, here's what I'm gonna do, and just kind of have that mindset, kind of walking into things. So, it's kind of my take on it. But it's a great question, Sherry, and I really appreciate you leaving that on there.
Yeah. So Rand Cook says Ash and Chris would be really cool to have you perform at the Oregon State Fair.
Oh yeah.
We can figure out a contact there and reach out and see about maybe next year when we're starting to book fair dates. That would be super cool.
Yeah.
Hey, Randy, be careful. We may end up on your doorstep looking for a place to crash.
Like a bunch of bums. Yeah.
That's right. We'll sleep on the couch and then I'll cook you guys dinner.
There you go.
Judy is here. Judy Durant says
Judy.
hello.
Good to see you,
Judy.
Yeah.
Michelle says, I have a Martin 001 that I bought when I worked at Sam Ash, Philadelphia in '96. Sounds great as it ages.
Oh, I bet that's a good guitar right there.
Martins always sound wonderful as they get older and they break in and the wood dries out, crystallizes over time.
Oh yeah, no, they're the older those Martin gets, like the better for sure. I also like the 001, like that body style is really nice. Yeah. So that's so cool.
Very cool.
I love it. Well, hey, would you like to give something away?
Yeah, let's give something away.
Let's give something away.
Randy says, Chris Nash, we have a fifth wheel you could crash in. Listen,
there you go.
I would do that all day long, and I'd be more than happy to cook y'all dinner. You guys are just the best, so maybe we can make it out there, and it would be wonderful to actually meet Randy and Riley all through.
Oh, we'd love that. Are you kidding me?
So, Beth Mahoney says, this is totally random, but would you ever do a carnivore parody of your song Cake and call it Steak?
And why can't a man look at me like I look at steak? I think we probably could. Yeah.
we might have to do that.
Maybe we'll do that.
We'll do that and we'll put it on the Chris Cooking Nashville Studios channel.
There you go.
As like a fun little video
there
or
you
something.
go. That was so funny.
That's great. Beth has great ideas.
We'll have to.
So.
Yeah, Beth will let you know if we get around to that.
Absolutely.
The verses, this chorus is pretty easy. The verses I may need to go sit and rewrite a bit, but you know what? Hey, it's funny.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was really funny when you owned a bakery and we were doing that.
Yeah.
And that was like kind of my big song at the time. And now years later, it's like you don't eat carbohydrates, so maybe it needs a remix.
That's right.
Do a redo.
Well, let's give something away to somebody. What do you say?
I love it.
We love giving away gifts to our friends.
I know. Isn't that like the best job in the world?
It's the greatest thing.
It's the greatest job. Well, I told Chris, I said, I'm going to give away a t-shirt.
A t-shirt. We've never given away a t-shirt.
We've never given away a t-shirt.
At least not one of these kinds of t-shirts. I think we had like a random company maybe when we first started doing this. We might have given something away.
Maybe like a random, like a sponsor, someone who
sponsored
we
had a sponsor of some kind that I think we did a t-shirt, but it wasn't like one of our t-shirts.
Yes. Well,
so this is the only time we've ever done that.
The folks that run my merch are awesome, and so we thought we'd go ahead and just give away an Ash Taylor t-shirt. So today I'll show you guys here. Hopefully you can see it on the camera. But so it's just like a black Ash Taylor tee with the logo on the front, and then on the back It also has the logo and the website. So basically, I'll tell you guys when, but we'll just have you comment below, and the first comment we see gets the shirt, and you can just let us know your address and the size, and we'll send it to you. But if you guys don't win, and if you'd like to purchase one, or if you want to know, like, I mean, we have so much merch right now on my website. It's kind of insane because we're getting ready to tour.
Different colors. There's shirts. There's hats. There's mugs.
Like the
there's
camo.
Stickers. There's the camo like I'm wearing. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff on there.
Yeah, we have like hats and mugs and all kinds of stuff. But yeah, head on over to ashtaylor.com and you guys can check out the whole merch shop that's right there on there. And we have all kinds of cool, crazy stuff. So yeah, but tonight we're giving away this. And so, disclaimer, it's just whoever wins is just the first that we see.
It's whatever pops up on our end first. I apologize if your Wi-Fi provider does you dirty.
Does you dirty.
But it's whoever pops up on our end first. So.
Yeah. So the word, get your typing fingers ready. The word that you're going to type in the comments below, and the first one that we see will win, is the word tour.
Go.
Tour, tour, tour.
Tour.
Touring.
If it's misspelled, it doesn't count.
Yeah.
It has to be spelled right.
Tour, like you're hitting the road, like
going on tour.
Going on tour. And
boom, Michelle
Michelle
just barely got in there in front of Randy
man.
and Lynn, and then there was Beth and Judy, but Michelle got it. Michelle, do us a favor. You can go to ashtaylor.com and find the email there, or you can find Ash on any of the social medias. Send a direct message, send an email, and tell us that you won the t-shirt, and give us your address and what size t-shirt you would need, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And we'll make sure to get that shipped out to you, let you know when it's on the way. So.
Yes, please, Michelle. Yeah, and like I said, you can just I think you're watching on YouTube if I see that right, but you can message me on any platform, or my website I think has my email, but it's just management@ashtaylor.com, and that goes to Chris and I, and we'll get that out for you. Let us know your address and what size. But
yeah, and you can go like if you go to the website, there's a contact form. Like I mean, any of those ways, just however you can get a hold of us. We check all of it. So.
Janelle says, I can't type worth beans. Me too. I feel that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
That's awesome.
That's super awesome. I love it.
Judy says Michelle must have a great internet provider. Yes, probably so.
Probably so.
Probably so. Michelle, who are you using for your internet? Everybody wants to know.
Yeah, everyone wants to know. She's got that Google Fiber or something like that. Right. Yeah, that's hilarious. Well, Michelle, congratulations, and just thank you guys so much for tuning in. I feel like this has been a longer live stream because we've literally just like had so many great announcements. So we got
so much information to give out to everybody this week.
So I have one more big announcement though, and then we're gonna go because Mr. Delisle and I have work to do. We gotta go get done. But we have Ash Wednesdays every Wednesday starting July 10th. So tune in every Wednesday. We're gonna have the musical podcast tour that just dropped that y'all can go listen to. I got links all over my social media. We're going on tour. We're going to be announcing the name and all the tour dates this Saturday. So tune in there on my social media.
Yep.
Congrats to Michelle. She did the giveaway. See, I got to check my notes. Okay. And the last big announcement.
Yep.
Is on Friday, June
28th.
June 28th.
June,
I know when.
That's the month.
That's the month. That's the month. This is why I have to have notes. So Friday, June 28th, so basically the last Friday of this month that we're in, we are actually going to be releasing a brand new song. This is going to be the full band version of my song Cigarette, which is going to be out. It's going to be on anywhere you want to stream or download music, Apple Music, iTunes, Spotify, you name it. It will be out. But this track was so much fun to make. We went into the studio with our buddy Pat Laster. Again, fantastic musician, producer. Pat played bass. We had Harry Lang on the drums. And then Chris and I did all the guitar parts.
A bunch of guitar slinging.
And we just had so much fun. I did a lot of things with this track that I've never done before.
Yeah.
Tested a lot of things out, and it was just freaking awesome.
And we did a lot of things with this track most people have never done before. So.
Yeah, but it was so awesome, and I had so much fun with it, and it's great. But Friday, June 28th.
Friday, June 28th.
It will be out, and we'll make an official announcement on our Facebook and Instagram and all that coming up. And it's just gonna be great. It's gonna be super good. So y'all be on the lookout. We'll also have a pre-save that will be happening the week before, and so we'll just keep y'all posted. But it's just a lot, man. Tour and new music and Ash Wednesdays every Wednesday and all the fun, good, crazy stuff. So we thought though that since we're going to be releasing Cigarette at the end of the month, that we would end on that tonight and go out having some fun. Do you want to light them up?
Light 'em up.
And we'll play y'all an acoustic version of Cigarette, and we just so appreciate y'all being here and watching. So it goes a little something like this. Turn on the TV, see the fighting in the streets. Everybody is losing their minds. Can't trust your neighbor, we're all told to pick a side. We're all human, but we're not always kind. And everybody's got their own way. I'm just gonna smoke another cigarette. Watch it all burn through my front porch. Until the stones coming out of that old set. I've got no regrets, 'cause life's too short. So how the world goes to shit, I'm just gonna sit and smoke another cigarette. Now some call me crazy, I just think they need to chill, take it easy, and just let it roll. So do what you can, 'cause you can't do it all. I ain't stressing when it's out of control. And everybody's got their own way. I'm just gonna smoke another cigarette. Watch it all burn through my front porch. Until the stones coming out of that old set. I've got no regrets, 'cause life's too short. So how the world goes to shit, I'm just gonna sit and smoke another cigarette. I'm just gonna smoke another cigarette. Watch it all burn through my front porch. Until the stones coming out of that old set. I've got no regrets, 'cause life's too short. So how the world goes to shit, I'm just gonna sit and smoke another cigarette. Smoke another cigarette. Smoke another cigarette. Awesome. We all look for that to be out then on Friday, June 28th, and we just so appreciate y'all watching. Any last comments, babe?
22Q cat. I'm singing along, and my cat is looking at me like I'm nuts. Makes you feel any better when Mel looks at us like we're nuts all the time.
Mel's like, man, these people, they're wild.
Yeah.
They'll get used to it. Don't worry.
Yep.
That's awesome.
I think that's pretty much wrapping it all up. Everybody's just saying great song, and they enjoyed it, and
Great.
all the stuff. So.
Well, thank you all so much again for watching. We so appreciate you guys, and we will see you every Wednesday, starting Wednesday, July 10th.
Wednesday, July 10th is the next time we'll see you, and then every Wednesday from that point on.
Yeah, it will be fun, and y'all keep an eye out on the socials, and thank y'all so much again for watching. We love y'all, and y'all be safe. Have a great Father's Day and 4th of July, and
all the things.
All the things. Cool. Thank you guys. We'll see ya.